Welcome to Offbeat Roadhouse, heard each Friday night from 8 to 9, right here on WTJU Charlottesville and streaming worldwide at WTJU.net. Offbeat Roadhouse invites a different musical group into your home for an hour-long concert live from WTJU's performance space on Ivy Road, right next door to Vivace. Tonight's concert features Charles Latham and the Borrowed Band.
And our very special guest joining us because our bandmate Abby couldn't be here. So we have borrowed a local celebrity, the great Ramona Martinez of Ramona and the Holy Smokes.
Thank you.
Who we'll be playing a show with tomorrow night in Richmond at the Get Tight Lounge. All right.
Come on out, yo.
So this first song is off of our new record, and it's called Love Hurts, but it's not the one you've heard. It's got a parentheses after. It's Love Hurts If You Do It Right. And it goes like this. I like the way you grip me by the collar. I like the way you make me scream and holler. Got me howling at the moon each and every night. But I'm not looking for a kind and gentle lover. I like the way you make me ask you for another. They say love hurts, well only if you do it right. Well, knee-high boots and a coal black pencil skirt, and breath so sweet it'd make your teeth hurt. It's not the kind of love you own, it's the kind that you can lease. And honey, that's not a dime I wouldn't spend to be at the other end of your leash. And I like the way you bring me to my knees. I like the way you make me ma'am and please. I like the way you like to really squeeze me tight. But I'm not looking for a kind and gentle lover. I like the way you make me ask you for another. They say love hurts, and I say only if you do it right. On our first date, you tied me to the railroad tracks, and you left me for an hour. I didn't think that you were gonna come back. But it's the mean things you do to me that show me you really care. You're whispering sweet nothings in my ear while you blow my hair. And I like the way you push me up against the wall. I like the way you make me come when you call. The neighbors must have thought we were having an awful fight. But I'm not looking for a kind and gentle lover. I like the way you make me ask you for another. They say love hurts, well only if you do it right. Now whip it good. Grab me by the collar. I like the way you make me scream and holler. Got me howling at the moon each and every night. But I'm not looking for a kind and gentle lover. I like the way you make me ask you for another. They say love hurts, well only if you do it right. You know, sometimes I wonder who you are when you're at home. When the makeup's off and the hair is down, or you're just trying to pay those student loans. You know, life is pretty painful, from the heartaches to the little pricks. And I guess I like to choose where and when to catch my licks. I like the way you grab me by the collar. I like the way you make me scream and holler. Got me howling at the moon each and every night. But I'm not looking for a kind and gentle lover. I like the way you make me ask you for another. They say love hurts, and I say only if you do it right. Well, they say love hurts, but only if you do it right. Thank you, Ramona Martinez. We are doing things that's slightly different. Our bass player, part of having the borrowed band, is sometimes they get borrowed in other directions. We don't have our bass player with us tonight, the illustrious Robert Sledge, the Sledgehammer. You may remember him from bands such as Ben Folds 5. He'll be with us tomorrow night in Richmond. So we're trying to keep the low end, some low end for you. So you'd probably be dancing more if there was bass. But I think our rhythm section's doing a pretty great job so far. This is Kevy Metal, Kevin Rader Rotobaugh on the drums. Now we're going to do another song. This one's called Another Parentheses song, Gone for Good, parentheses, again. You know, it's sometimes like that. Sometimes they're gone for good again. Gone for good. Gone for good. Gone for good again. Going over every word I said again and again in my head, but I can't hear it like you do. Going over everything I did since I was a kid, not just what I did, but all the things I didn't do. 'Cause you're gone for good again. And you do this every now and then. This time you seem miffed, and I'm half convinced that you're gone for good. Gone for good. Gone for good again. Going over every move I made, rewind and replayed since yesterday when you told me that we were through. Things to repent, I know I must have meant more than this to you. 'Cause you're gone for good again. And you do this every now and then. This time Once again, Ramona Martinez guesting with us. And playing both the bass parts and the lead guitar. This is a legend among us, a god among men. Lightning Fingers Luis Rodriguez on the electric guitar. So we do have a new record out, and our last, we're kind of doing the Led Zeppelin model, we're Roman numeraling now. So Charles Latham and the Borrowed Band 2 is out now on vinyl for the first time. We got vinyl records. The kids are crazy about the vinyl. And compact disc for everyone else. If you still have a CD player in your car. It's great to have a CD player in your car because you might be somewhere where you don't have any reception. There's nothing good on the radio. You can pop that CD in. That's my take on that one. Okay, here's another song. We're all on heroin. There's a lot to medicate. Always said that he could win. Nobody would deal straight. It used to be a dive bar, turned into a class act. Could have been a big star. Could have used a comeback. Oh, but tell me if you don't believe me. I'm the last grade, never was. And stars may burn out a slow fade, but no one never does. Busting through the baby gates, looking for a grown-up time, picking up some real estate, trying to make a social climb. I like to get some good love, and I hear it's all around. I'll treat you with the kid glove, I'll let you put the top down. But tell me if you don't believe me. I'm the last grade, never was. And stars may burn out a slow fade, but no one never does. All right. The wind swept the night clear. The moon is like a footlight. Say what's on your mind, dear, and then exit stage right. I recall he had a bad car, a lot of smoking at the racetrack, but he survived a layoff, 2 divorces and a heart attack. I like to put my feet up, I like to have a good meal. Sometimes the tempo speeds up, but it has a good feel. Oh, but tell me if you don't believe me. I'm the last grade, never was. And stars may burn out a slow fade, but no one never does. Oh yeah, no one never does. Thank you. Fun fact, we are the best cha-cha-cha ending band on at least the East Coast, I think. I'm just going to put that out there. So just a little fact about us, some sharing. I'll ask questions about you later. But for right now, I want to share. But it is really nice that you came out. This is our first time here at WTJU. Thank you for having us. And I'm very proud because I won't say who it is, but my niece works here. Very cool. It's like a family thing. Yeah, it's exactly. Somehow I'll probably end up getting her fired accidentally. But yeah, so again, my name is Charles Latham. This is the Borrowed Band. We are in North Carolina, kind of the triangle, made famous by the White Lotus now. I'm sure you've all heard of it. We live there. Don't ask us about our preferred sports team because we're all artists and we don't really know, I don't think. Maybe some of us do. Let me introduce another band member here, the Mystery Man, playing, who knows what this instrument, you're a Charlottesville crowd, I'm sure you know what this is. Does anyone want to wager a guess? I'll give you multiple choice. Is it the Magic Zither, the Sad Machine, or the Pedal Steel?
It's the Sad Machine.
That's right. It's actually two of those answers are correct.
Cry
You
Machine.
said
Crying
Sad Machine, the Crying Machine, or the
Yeah.
Pedal Steel. You are right. And playing this is gorgeous Gordon Harton, all the way from West Texas. Okay, here's another song. It's a train song, but not like specifically. But if you do want to choo-choo in it, you can, Burmese tiger, jaguar, forest fire, a luxury car. Toilet paper, alcohol, a robot waiter in an empty mall. There was a point that I was making. I must have lost my train of thought. It was a massive undertaking. Wisdom like mine, it can't be taught. Lemongrass in my toothpaste, launching trash into space. Founding father, a marble head, the city water, oh, it tastes like a lead. There was a point that I was making. I must have lost my train of thought. It was a massive undertaking. A wisdom like mine, it can't be taught.
You are listening to a concert with Charles Latham and the Borrowed Band right here on WTJU. We will get back to the music in just a moment.
Coming up this Friday night at Offbeat Roadhouse, the R&B sounds of Jen Tao. The concert will take place at WTJU's Performance Space at 2244 Ivy Road in Charlottesville, right next door to Vivace. For additional details, including directions to WTJU, visit WTJU.net.
Now let's get back to tonight's Offbeat Roadhouse with Charles Latham and the Borrowed Band.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, Ramona, it sure is nice of you. Very Virginian and hospitable of you to sit in with us tonight.
Absolutely. I had such a pleasure learning all of the music tonight, and last time I was here, I did a faves fave, and Charles Latham and the Borrowed Band are my fave, so
Well,
it's an honor.
It is very mutual, as you can see.
It's a big love fest up here. Yeah, I hoped Lewis was going to wear his too, just for my own ego. Affirmation.
He's saving it. He's been bedazzling it for tomorrow.
Oh.
And he wanted it to be perfectly bedazzled, and I said, Lewis, we gotta go. And he was doing that. He's like kind of tearful, and he was like, I'm almost done. So it's my fault. Okay. Here's a song about laundry. We all know what that's like, right? Anyway, maybe I should talk. Well, no, I'll just say. Yeah, well, I don't know. It's like a it's not about, I don't want to say the word, the pandemic, but it's about that. You know, that time when you were home. Okay. Got all these real nice clothes, just don't have anywhere to go. And I'm dodging all my friends, settling for another night alone. This is exactly the life I chose. And I'd do it all again. Living's easy in my big old bed. Breath on the mirror tells you I'm not dead. Must have got lonesome, but I don't know when. Think I might like to see you again. Saving up for a rainy day. Keeps on raining, we'll all wash away. But I won't get my feet wet. Making love like it's a dirty thing. This old guitar ain't got no strings. 'Cause I won't put 'em on yet. Living's easy in my big old bed. Breath on the mirror tells you I'm not dead. Must have got lonesome, but I don't know when. Think I might like to see you again. Got so much I don't know what I got. Feels like nothing, feels like a lot. So I'm gonna give it one more shot again and again. come on over for a little while, dear. Don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. And the day is dawning red. And if I miss you, I will let you know. And parting is such sweet sorrow. Or so I've heard it said. Thank you. So that was off Charles Latham and the Borrowed Band 1. Not officially titled that. It's officially a self-titled album, which I guess is the trend now, to do a self-titled album.
It's a trend.
It's a cool trend because you've got a self-titled album coming out.
We've got a self-titled album coming out this August. For those on the radio who don't know who's speaking, my name's Ramona Martinez of Ramona and the Holy
just assumed
Smokes.
everyone knew you.
Thank
This
you
is
so
your
much
time.
for having me, Charles.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you. The honky-tonk country world is very small on the East Coast, and we all know each other and play with each other, and so, yeah, this is a little sneak peek at our world. So thank you, guys.
Well, there's different families. It's kind of like the mafia.
It is definitely
You can sort of
like
only
the
operate
mafia.
within the
Yeah.
honky tonk family. If you cross that line, you know, people can get hurt. There's a lot of fiddles that can be, you know, that can be a pointy thing. That bow.
Yeah.
It's got to be in tune because this is a radio crowd and this is Charlottesville. I'm from Virginia too. I should have mentioned that. I'm from here, so I want to do you all right. I would play, you know, out of tune, maybe back home. Not here. But don't tell them I said that. Don't tell anyone I said. Okay. Now we're gonna do this is our Newport Folk Festival moment here. From something I did at home. It's this little song. Okay. You knew the landlord is making a face you've seen before, saying I usually like to see a higher score, but the last month up front should give me peace of mind. And then the landlord's your friend as long as you pay on time. And the landlord, he wants you to know he ain't bad. He can hardly be blamed for the luck that he's had. He's been given 2 nickels, thinks he earned a dime, and had the good sense of being born at the right time. Oh, no more, no more landlords. Curse your lead-painted walls, your rotten floorboards. No landlords. You know the landlord is asking how you're liking the place, in response to you asking about a window replaced. But you can count on one hand all the hours here you spent, because most of the time you're out trying to pay rent. So no more, no more landlords. Curse your lead-painted walls, your rotten floorboards. No landlords. Now I'm saving my pennies, I'm doing my best to find affordable housing, but there ain't any left. Well, I fund your vacation, but how can you relax when your feet are resting on somebody's back? Oh, no more, no more landlords. curse your lead painted walls, your rotten floorboard. No landlord. Thank you. All right. Back to the band. So this is another one. I guess this is my political segment. This song is for anybody who works too hard and doesn't make enough for it. It's called The Living Wage. For the living wage, you'll go to bed early and stay up too late. Find that you've been living too long somewhere that you hate. Never feel like you have enough time, but then you wish your week away. For the living wage, for the living wage, and for the living wage, it's just enough to pay the bills and rent. It's not enough to spend. You find you're too polite to strangers, not kind enough to friends. Feel like you're rich on Friday, but by Monday nothing to say. On the living wage, on the living wage, and for the living wage, you will change your priorities, change the way you think, start laughing at dumb movies. You might really start to drink. Well, I had written down a dream once, and now I'm tearing out the page. For the living wage, for the living wage. And somebody told me if I found a job and worked hard, one day I'd have a front yard and my own set of wheels. My yard belongs to my landlord, and all my wheels do is spin while my hair gets thin. On the living wage, for the living wage, you're told you should be thankful, and you should learn to follow rules, learn to listen to superiors, learn to suffer fools, for the fear of being fired. You'll try not to make waves on the living wage, on the living wage. But if the living wage has just one good comfort to help you with the pain, it's the company of other people to spend time with and complain. But they just pat you on the back and say, but there goes another awful day on the living wage, on the living wage. And somebody told me if I found a job and worked hard, one day I'd have a front yard while my hair gets thin on the living way. A lost child. Thank you. Maybe we should tack one up to the. We have still 4 minutes if I didn't time it set up. So we should do another song.
Okay.
Or maybe we should just, we'll skip ahead. Okay. Sorry, I'm talking to him upstairs. Can I take any questions or at this juncture? Aside from one, is this going to be Okay, this is a brand new song. So, bootleggers, get ready. All right. All right. Yes. Nobody had to tell me you played it loose and dirty. Nobody had to say you knew how to make a man feel blue. And nobody had to show me you were beautiful and lonely. But I wish someone had warned me not to fall in love with you. Thought I'd been around the block, thought I'd seen a thing or two, and the folks are bound to talk about someone wild and free as you. But I was in for quite a shock when you took me back to school. You taught me love is careless, you taught me love is cruel. But nobody had to tell me you never had it easy. Nobody had to say there were troubles you'd been through, and no one could ever show me all the things that I just won't see. But I wish someone had warned me not to fall in love with you. I can take it on the chin, and I can play the fool, but I can never win. And that's the only rule. Now I don't know what I'll do, just that I don't want to play. If anybody asks me, well, this is what I'll say. Well, nobody had to tell me you're beautiful and lonely. Nobody had to say you knew how to make a man feel blue. And no one could ever show me all the things that I just won't see. But I wish someone had warned me not to fall in love with you. There's another cha-cha-cha for you. All right, right on time.
You are listening to a concert with Charles Latham and the Borrowed Band right here on WTJU. We will get back to the music in just a moment.
Coming up this Friday night at Offbeat Roadhouse, the R&B sounds of Jen Tal. The concert will take place at WTJU's performance space at 2244 Ivy Road in Charlottesville, right next door to Vivace. For additional details, including directions to WTJU, visit WTJU.net.
Now let's get back to tonight's Offbeat Roadhouse with Charles Latham and the Borrowed Band.
Borrowed Band. There was only one. First, I borrowed a pedal steel player, and then borrowed the rest. But yeah, so this comes from that album called Little Me Time. We all need a little me time, right? It's called Dressed Up for Nothing, which I hope you're not feeling like you got tonight. Dressed up for nothing. I sure don't. I'm having a great time here at WTJU. It's really nice to be here. Seems to be a good-looking crowd. I can't tell. I have the sunglasses on, but they are prescription. So, again, let me introduce my bandmates just one more time. On the drums of Raleigh's Jack the Radio, Kevin Raider Rodenball on the drums. On the bass, I guess me, Charles Latham, playing some bass. On the other bass strings and the high strings of the medium-sized guitar, this is Lightning Fingers Luis Rodriguez, the fretboard pharaoh, making you soar on his magic zither, taking you into his depths of sorrow with his sad machine. Gorgeous Gordon Harton on the pedal steel. And of course, our very special celebrity guest, Ramona Martinez of Ramona on the Holy Smokes.
Thank you.
Will you sing this one with me, Ramona?
Yes.
Okay. I hope I didn't get dressed up for nothing. I hope you're still planning on coming by. Maybe you're still putting on your makeup, or patiently waiting for your hair to dry. Well, I hope I didn't take a shower for nothing. If you're coming over, I wish you'd do it soon, because the flowers I got you are wilting in the heat, dear. And I'm thinking about drinking the perfume. And I hope I didn't shave my face for nothing. I hope you like these cleanly shaven cheeks. I may have cut myself in 6 or 7 places, but I was growing that ugly beard for 2 or 3 weeks. And I hope I didn't get dressed up for nothing. I hope you're still planning on coming by. It's just you said you'd be here around 8:30, and you haven't called. Maybe your cell phone battery died. I didn't withdraw that cash for nothing. You know, I wasn't sure I had that much in my account, but I wanted to make sure you had a good time. My landlord will just have to throw me out. Get dressed up for nothing. making our date. But it's way too late, we won't make it to the movie. But I know lots of other places that are open late. Yeah, I know lots of other places that are open late. Thank you. All right. Well, we're drawing near. Not too near, near-ish though. So if there's anything you wanted to ask me or any questions you had, or if you were wondering, where's that gig again tomorrow night in Richmond? It's at the Get Tight Lounge in Richmond tomorrow night with Ramona and the Holy Smokes.
Yeah, and
Good
the
show.
bass player this.
That's right, an electrified band if you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah. It's doors are at 7:30, and yeah, it'll be a really good night. The weather's supposed to be beautiful tomorrow.
That's
so
right.
Consider it.
And thank you again to WTJU for having us for our very first time. And thank you for coming to be a live audience. It's a lot better than the canned applause. Okay.
This is another song about rejection, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a. Well, I don't. They're not autobiographical songs. They're all works of fiction.
Oh.
But it's also a traffic safety song. It's a reminder that you should not take a left on red.
Oh, I just got that.
Yeah, you should.
Cool. You're so profound,
Traffic safety is very important.
Charles.
Sorry, it's this mountain air. I've done this before. I mean, played music. Okay.
One, two, one.
Left on red. Left on red. Well, it must have been something I said. Left on red. When I look back before the letdowns and the lies, our past is sealed off the exit. I can't imagine you When something's on my mind, I tell you. The disappearing trick you pulled 1,000 times. Just a boring act I thought I had to sit through. Drive around looking for you, just like you want me to. Headlights burning in another direction. Left on red, left on red. Well, it must have been something I said. Left on red, left on red, left on red. Well, it must have been something I said. Left on red. This one's about cowboys. It's an old
Dead
song.
cowboys.
Yeah. All I'll say is, if you remember the Bush administration, this is for you. The second one, not the first one. I mean, I was alive for both, but I'm just saying. This one's about the second one. And, you know, stuff in general. So, okay, no offense to any cowboys, actual working cowboys present. We'll put another arrow in that cowboy to make sure that he's dead. Fill Boot Hill to capacity. Let the streets of Laredo run blood red. And I don't care if you're drugstore, rhinestone, midnight, or urban, you see. 'Cause there's only one place that you really belong, and that's the 19th century. 'Cause your mean old two-gun attitude, well, that's a no way to behave. And I sure didn't cry at the end of Shane, and I've spit on Custer's grave. So put another arrow in that cowboy to make sure that he's dead. Fill Boot Hill to capacity. Let the streets of Laredo run blood red. Western picture, I'd leave old John Wayne in, but he wouldn't get to be such a quick, sure shot, and the Indians would get to win. Because the Alamo, it ain't Nazareth, and Clint Eastwood's no Jesus Christ. And you boys keep on taking your guns to town, despite your ma's advice. So put another arrow in that cowboy to make sure that he's dead. Fill boot hail to capacity, make the streets of Laredo run blood red. Yeah, put another arrow in that cowboy and make sure that he's dead. Fill boot hail to capacity, make the streets of Laredo run blood red. One more time, boy. So put another arrow in that cowboy to make sure that he's dead. Fill boot hail to capacity, let the streets of Laredo run blood red. Yeah, put another arrow in that cowboy to make sure that he's dead. Fill boot hail to capacity, let the streets of Laredo run blood red. Thank you, Ramona Martinez. Ramona on the Holy Smokes.
Charles Latham and the Borrowed Band, everybody.
Thank you. Now our encore. Or just someone saying, I guess. We don't have to do the full speed thing. We got a little time. Oh, wait. Well, I don't know. We got 1 minute.
It says it's better to go over than under. Yeah.
Okay. Once again, my name is Charles Latham. This is the Borrowed Band with our very special guest, Ramona Martinez. Ramona and the Holy Smokes playing with us tomorrow night at the Get Tight Lounge
In Richmond, Virginia.
Richmond, Las Vegas. The minute that. Sin City, they call it. Who can lift up the biggest rock? Who can tend to the largest flock? Who finds the pair for every sock? I ain't saying. And who lost their nerve on the mountaintop? Who makes sure that the wheels don't stop? Who wants to disarm every cop? I ain't saying. And whose heart beats with the big bass drum? Who's loved by all and feared by some? Who put the flavor in my chewing gum? I ain't saying. And who put the boom in the boom pop fizz? Who takes your toy and then says it's his? Who breaks the will where their mouth is? I ain't saying. Well, ooh. And who told you that you couldn't sing? Who washed the blood off your wedding ring? Who had to die to make these kings? No one said. And who turns you on with a single touch? Who takes a lot without giving much? Who holds your heart in an icy clutch? You ain't saying. Well now, Who is stepping on your neck? Who do you tell lies to protect? Who has your love but not your respect? You ain't saying. And who reads your poems and your tarot cards? Who pours your drinks and mows your yards? Who makes too little but works too hard? Someone say it. And who must we all now rally around? Who amplifies the tiny sound? Who's gonna tear the big house down? We're all your own Ramona Martinez, the Borrowed Band. I'm Charles Latham. Thank you so much.